Hey guys, welcome to Heart to Talk, the podcast. I am your host, Teresa Caesar, and you are listening to episode 36. You become what you believe, not what you wish or want, but what you truly believe. Wherever you are in life, look at your beliefs. They put you there. Oprah Winfrey. Beliefs are the invisible force or energy behind your behavior. Your personality, your habits, upbringing, culture, and life experiences all shape your beliefs and creates your identity. The most powerful way to transform your inner and outer worlds is by evaluating your beliefs about yourself, others, and the world around you. Basically, just become conscious. Ask yourself, what do I believe to be true? At any given time, you can switch things up. You can start believing, thinking, and speaking power over your life. Our beliefs and perceptions construct what we see, who we become, and what we attract. We shape our lives by our minds, emotions, willpower, resilience, and strength. Basically, beliefs are your life laws. The fastest and most powerful way to rewrite a life law that you no longer want to abide by is starting with affirmations. Now, me as the affirmation babe, if you don't know it, I'm the affirmation babe, and I start everything with an affirmation, an inner declaration. Not only do I think it, but I speak it and I even write it. There's so much power when you do all three. Think it, speak it, and write it. And begin with the I am. I am becoming what I believe. I believe I can change my life. I believe I have the power within me to do and become anything. I believe everything is always working out for me. It's all in my favor. I believe I'm connected to the infinite flow of abundance, love, light, and goodness. So as the affirmation babe, I recommend starting to rewrite your beliefs as affirmations and rewrite your life laws and create a core belief system that empowers you. So that brings me to today's guest. I'm bringing back Annette Mariel. Annette Mariel is the founder of Captivate, Sexy Hormones, and is my co-host on the Impact Lounge Facebook show we put on Wednesday nights. She's back on the podcast to discuss the power of creating a core belief system that is in your favor. She's also going to give a few powerful tips that you can actually start implementing like today and share with you her personal belief anthem. I bring to you my conversation with the hormone babe, Annette Mariel.
If you think about it, usually people don't come up to you and ask you, what do you believe? They usually ask you, what do you do for a living? They usually ask you very surface level questions. I think it's rare for people to ask these deeper questions unless you are in a community that thinks that way, just naturally ask these type of questions. Like you and I, we dig deeper and we go for the soul level questions. So it's something that we don't really think about on a daily. We think about what our career should be. We think about where we should be living. We think about all those things, but we usually are not challenged on our belief system. And it's very powerful to know what you believe because then you have a direction and you're not easily swayed. When people come into your life, you're not easily swayed off that path. It's very hard for people to manipulate you. It's very hard for them to have malicious intent for you to go in that direction. And usually you can spot it.
I had realized there was still a lot of beliefs that really were not really what I believed because I didn't ask myself. A lot of us, what we believe is handed down. It's
Yes.
recited because we're taught and trained, and it's no one's fault. It's just the way it is. So we just are like on autopilot with our beliefs. So are we going to allow that belief system to be something that's handed down and recited? Or are we going to take the power back? Give
Mm,
yourself the permission,
mhm,
right? And create your core belief system.
mhm.
And it's everyday work, and it's a process. That's an editing process. Like for me, I feel like I'm still constructing what I believe.
A lifelong process. I don't think you wake up one day knowing all your beliefs because, as we go through life, we go through different experiences which shape our beliefs. So we can add and take away as much as we want. Beliefs are so important because they frame your choices of the day, and your choices create your future.
Mm.
So if you believe that you are a person that is a successful person, you believe that you're destined for success, you're going to make choices that are in alignment with success. You're going to make
Mm.
choices that create that future that you want. Versus if you don't believe that at your core, you may want success, but you're not going to make the choices that will ultimately give you that future.
Yes, I love that. I feel like your beliefs are like your life blueprint, right?
Yes.
What you believe about yourself to be true, and then the world.
I mean, you can apply that. What you believe about money, what you believe about every part of your life, that's going to shape who you are. And so the way you start to look at your beliefs and to determine if they're in favor for your highest good or not is if they bring you peace.
Mm.
And if they don't, if you're not peaceful when you think about some of your beliefs, then that is not your belief. That is a belief that was given to you, probably unintentionally.
Yeah.
And this is not a blaming. This is not blaming the world, family, or anything. We find our power when we take control of our life. And that is taking control over our decisions and taking responsibility over our decisions. So if in the past you made decisions that were not in favor for your highest good, forgive yourself. That's okay. Because you find your power in taking responsibility because now you know that you can easily change them. You can easily choose another belief. And if you keep on saying, "Oh no, this is just me. This is just the way I am," well, you're just going to continue that pattern. For a week, change the way you speak. Change the words that come out of your mouth. Change how you speak to others. That's going to start rewiring your belief in whatever area you want to rewire. And it's everyone's responsibility to do this because when we are all acting in favor of our highest good, we have the power to do more good in this world. And it's quite selfish, I think, not to do that because we
Mm.
are falling victim to our excuses, and our excuses are making us small. And then we can help our family, our community, the world the way we want to. And it all starts with you. And that's cliche, but it's true. It's very true. It all starts with each one of us. There's no way that this world is going to find peace unless more people take responsibility over their happiness and they don't put it on someone else. And then can you imagine these full people that are full all on their own come together? It's like superpowers coming together. And it's quite amazing when you're around people who take responsibility and don't shift the blame on other people who want to do good in this world.
Any other tips that you have to go on the path of creating a belief system that is in your favor, that empowers?
I just heard this recently from Oprah, actually. She said, shoot for excellence. Make excellence your brand.
Mm,
And
I love that.
that resonated so much with me because, everyone is talking about brands. Do you have a brand? What do you do? And what's your brand? It's very popular now because we're in this digital world. Everyone's online. And just believing in excellence in everything you do, like shooting for excellence, even when no one is watching, you become impactful and memorable. Whatever job you are in, you impact the people that go to wherever you work, you show up strong and you become memorable. Then you open yourself up to more opportunity because you're excellent, you're shooting for excellence. You're probably going to get that promotion. But in everything you do, even if you think no one is watching, be excellent in it. Shoot for that because that's who you are.
I love that.
Person who does good in everything that you do. And you just don't take the back seat, you take the driver's seat.
Yes, I love that. Don't just write it.
Yes.
Create, be part of your process.
Yeah. Yes. And so to kind of close that concept out, that's how you start. Like if you don't know where to start, so if you're in a job you don't like and you don't know how to get out of it, all you have to do is show up and be excellent. And
I love that.
there, it's going to start shifting everything. You may stay there, you may not, but that's all you have to do. Show up and be the best version of you can in that moment. And the next day, again, the best version of you. And by me saying being the best version, it's not me saying shooting for perfection. Not at all. It's actually really beautiful to shoot for the stars and be okay with imperfection. And it's okay to move forward and make mistakes and just continue moving forward. The best of the best still make mistakes. And what determines your success is how long you stay down in the dumps because of that mistake.
I
And,
love that.
and who knows, it probably is not even a mistake. It's just a learning moment. And the faster you're just able to move forward, you gain more traction. So shoot for excellence, you know, look at what you believe in the world in all these categories and feel into your body. If it brings you peace, then that's great. If it doesn't, then, you have some homework to do and some beliefs to shift.
That's a beautiful tip, Annette.
Mhm.
Well, thank you again. You always inspire me. And I'm going to be actually telling myself that shoot for excellence
Mhm.
doesn't mean perfection. When you do that, you know you've done your best. So I have 3 ending questions to ask you. The first one, what is your favorite podcast besides Heart to Talk?
That's, that's a hard one because Heart to Talk is incredible. So I would say my favorite podcast is The School of Greatness by Lewis Howes. Whenever I want to, he's been on for a while, but whenever I want to just kind of get inspired and reignite, if I'm on a long drive, just listen to a podcast that is going to take up the time of that drive, that 2-hour drive or whatever. I always go to Lewis Howes and listen, and he always has incredible guests on. I actually met him a few years ago, and
Awesome.
yeah, so so School of Greatness is definitely a great podcast besides Heart to Talk.
Yes. Oh, I love that podcast. Well, thanks for sharing. All right. Next question. What's your favorite hormone babe tip for our audience?
Ooh, I mean, there's so many. So I'm just going to keep it down to one today, and is stay away from dairy. So as much as possible, dairy, even when it's organic, it naturally has hormones in it. And especially if you are a woman who experiences a lot of PMS, You want to stay away from dairy around that time, and it will significantly decrease your PMS.
Oh, that's a great tip. Oh my gosh. And I've been staying away from dairy actually these last 2 weeks, and I feel it. So thank you for that tip. All right. And last question, Annette, what do you believe?
I have an I believe speech that I wrote many years ago, and it still holds true to this day. So I'm going to read it to everyone. I believe love is the driving force of all creation. I believe that love is integrated in everything we do and all the beauty that we see inside. I believe that love is directly linked to the beauty and passion that we feel inside. I believe that passion is derived from love because when we love something or someone, we build a fire of passion within us. I believe that passion propels us into a life that allows us to fulfill our heart's desires. I believe that passion allows us to have the courage to be unapologetically ourselves. I believe that passion is the spice of life. Passion comes from the heart. When we find our passion, we find our destiny. I believe that passion is contagious, and when we live our lives in our unique passion, we inspire others to find their passion. What a beautiful world it would be if we all followed the path of our own heart and found our unique calling through our passion. I believe that passion fosters perseverance and courage. I believe that perseverance and courage can win you battles in life that you never even imagined you could win. This unbelievable accomplishment is preceded in all the stories of success we hear about. It took love, passion, courage, and perseverance to find that greatness. I believe that greatness is not just a gift given to a few, but a gift given to every single person on this planet. This is the power of our heart. And when we uncover the tremendous light that shines from it, we find our greatness.
Thank you so much for tuning into this episode. I do hope that you enjoyed my conversation with the hormone babe, Annette Mariel, and that you are ready to transform your beliefs into a powerful core belief system that is in your favor. Remember, friends, to hit subscribe, rate, download, and share this podcast with your friends and family. Also, find me on Instagram and Facebook so you can stay up to date with my newest projects and when the next episode will launch and so many more good things. Otherwise, friends, I'll be back January 19th, 2022.